Yeah, got the green light. Yeah, I was trying to just do some setups for things earlier, and I kind of wiped out my Wi-Fi for a little bit, which was concerning, but I was able to get that fixed up before now, which is nice. Get the game going. Change that to online. Then click and hit enter a bunch of times. Alright. So what kind of palette layout are we playing with tonight? Okay. Got the old film noir style. How about for the actual game? Doop, 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 doop. And we are playing as... I want to say that's Minish Cap, but I'm not 100% sure. I wonder how the shadows... I wonder if the shadows even going to look normal for this one. I assume it would, because I don't think the shadows are necessarily manipulable, just the actual sprite itself. I've got my tracker ready, so I can actually be able to click on things as I need to. Yeah, should be pretty much good to go. Oh, yeah, no hints we can get from the menu here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So let us begin. Okay, open mode. Okay, we have our normal shadow. That's an interesting first find. I may or may not be concerned. Okay. Was that his normal path? Okay, no enemizer. Yeah, because one way you can tell if the game is still an enemizer is if the guards move in a different position than they do in vanilla. That's a sign you have an enemizer, and you just happen to get the vanilla enemy. Also, yeah, money. Yeah, especially with getting flippers early on, that's actually really good. Okay, this heart's there. That way we can get like $1 bajillion in time for Zora, most likely. Ooh, that was perfect, actually. Okay, so that was one kill. No bombs. Yeah, I am absolutely making most of the fact that we get free red rupees from the bush crabs. Okay, so we have shuffled maps. Which having one map not attainable is not really going to affect things much. That is at least one benefit to that. I guess we'll take the magic. Why? Okay. Well, there'll still be one more bush crab over here we can get to. We should be able to get plenty of money for auto vendor and everything. Okay, we don't know what for a prize pack they're in yet. Come on. Okay, still don't know what they're in. Yeah, money. And with the amount that we'll be getting from at least hopefully the bombable spots, we should have more than enough to be able to get the Zora as well. Yeah, bombs! Gotta love it. Alright, so that gets through all of Kakariko as far as explodable walls. Okay, we got invincibility if we absolutely need it. Which hopefully we don't need it. Except for like Spike Cave, that's like the one time where it's acceptable. How about the tier 3? Or tier 2? Yeah, that'd be tier 3 because we didn't take any damage. But yeah, tier 1 is good if we just get wounded somewhere, but it's not going to be very often we get a tier 1 tree pull. Because of the fact that once we kill more than 4 enemies, it kind of overwrites to the tier 2 and 3 instead. I almost planted a bomb right in that spot. But I didn't. I barely didn't do a dumb. Ooh, okay. Okay, bow and glove. Not turning those down anytime soon. Arrow capacity, which does give us current arrows, which is really nice for, you know, having the bow as our only weapon so far. Map of desert. I guess that could be good to know. Hell yeah, bombs. Again, it doesn't look like we have any pot sanity going on either. I mean, I guess it's possible we could still have items mixed in with the specific pots, but they won't be in, like, random pot locations. What do you got? No. I mean, granted, it's a 50% off coupon, but it's 50% off of nothing. Which, unless it's 100% off, nothing is a good deal for nothing. Oh, I completely screwed that timing up. I think it was also the wrong position. Hey, we got a coin. Where's the arcade? So, do we have shop sanity? I'm kind of hoping not right now because of how we set up for Zora. So, just because these are cheap, map for pod. I'm holding off on the powder because, again, I want to make sure I can get through Zora. Unless we get like a bunch of money here. Nope. Not enough to make me go back. What we got in here? Just $5. Lick of the Up. No, we'll take a refill. Why not? Yeah, we could technically go to Hyrule Castle right now. Do I want to? I think I will, actually. Because we can always get into Dark Cross from the back of Escape later on. And it's actually faster that way, too. And everything here is going to be considered in logic to begin with, anyway. Are we still on Tier 1? We're on Tier 0. We haven't killed anything. So, no sword from the uncle. Just our allowance. Ow. Ooh, barely got him. The Single Arrow of Destiny. Alright, so currently it doesn't look like we have the Super Pot Shuffle active either. Although it could still be there and we just happen to get the small key there. And it would also mean that the Spalky Shuffle is not on. Oh, that was bad. Hey, another coin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all levels of Pot Shuffle are currently off. Yeah, so far this was not... Well, I guess Bombos is nice. Because it might give us our access into Ice Palace and or beating the Ice Palace boss if we don't find Fire Rock for a while. Ah, still got me. Just save a little bit on arrows. Well, that was all useless. Well, theoretically most useless. So, South Shore like normal. Yeah, I want to try to wait until we actually get Lantern before we go to the back of Escape and go to Dark Cross. Or we find a sword so we can actually see where we're going. Either one of those situations to come up with will be good. Hey, we got a sword. Heck yeah. It's a nether sword even. My favorite. Now, one thing I could do to see if there's a dungeon entrance shuffle or not would be to... Oh, Titan's Mitt, okay. One thing I could do is I could leave the super tile, come back in, and see if the dungeon is still drained. If it is, that means we have dungeon entrance shuffle of some flavor. Or even theoretically door rando. But that is kind of a cheap way of checking for that thing, so usually I don't do it that way. So I tried out something called standards. There. Oh hey, they drop arrows, nice. I can replenish. Oh god. Please. Thank you. I think we're net like -1 arrow, which is acceptable. Acceptable. It helps to enunciate the words that you are speaking. Okay, so now we can go to Kakariko and talk to Sick Kid. And we still need Hammer to be able to do, like, much of any... Oh, no, we still need a... I was about to say, we do technically have access to Dark World, but we still need a Moon Pearl to be able to actually do anything there. But at the moment, I am not worried. Not sure how I did that, like as smooth as I did, but I'll take it. More money. Which honestly is not unwelcome given that we know there's shop sanity involved. Yeah, first try. So yeah, when we finish up with Zora, we'll do a save and quit over to Link's house. We'll check the shop down here, and then we'll go to Eastern. Which we could probably not too unreasonably finish up, actually. Even without the lantern. A little bug. Not yet. So far, the only thing that's really been noteworthy is the fact that we have a map shuffle on. Otherwise, it's... Well, we have map shuffle and we have shop sanity. Otherwise, it's been a fairly standard seed so far, and we've gotten some decent items kind of early. So currently it doesn't suck, but it probably will in about like an hour or so. Yeah, the biggest thing is going to be trying to find out what the actual goal is first, which we currently cannot do on a quick basis because we don't have hammer. What's our free potion? Friggin' B. So nothing of real value there. Bop. Yeah, another map, which I guess since we have flippers, we may as well take it for the sake of information. If I find one more, like, proper Light World dungeon map, then I'll actually do a map check and find out what we have to deal with. Because right now we just have desert. Also, welcome on in before I forget to mention that. How are you doing tonight? Alright, you're gonna scam me today, or are you actually gonna give me something good? That is almost the worst possible scam you can do. There's only 3 things that could be arguably worse than that. There's the blue rupee. There's a green rupee. I suppose there would be the sad, but we already picked up the sad, so that's not quite gonna be an option at this point. We have high roll, not helpful. Alright. So save and quit back to Link's house, go check the shop, then we will go check out Eastern. Free bomb. Leave me alone. No, we had the money because we're not buying Zora. Yeah, we do still have the magic powder for 225 rupees over at Kakariko to be concerned with, but so far that's all we have. I'm not really too worried about money at this point. Meyer, okay. Green Pendant is Meyer. I'll wait until I pick up the chest. And another bottle. And it's also actually got something useful in it, which is nice. Alright, so Meyer does at least get rid of a medallion check we'd have to worry about, so that's good. It's done the wrong thing. Okay, no dungeon shuffle of any kind. So, yay, simplicity. Yeah, depending on how this goes, this actually might be a relatively... Ooh! So we will not have an Ice Rod hunt. Even if we don't need Ice Rod, it's nice to have it early, just to get rid of that as an option. It is also a fairly effective weapon on the Landmost as well, which can help. Bop, bop, bop. How did that not bop you? Vengeance. Okay, even more money. Yeah, I thought I went too far down. That's on me. Okay, vanilla big keys. Good to know. Anti-fairy guarded chest in Eastern. Oh! Okay, that we want to get to that. Ray Cane is always nice, even when it's not required. Okay, vanilla compasses. So the only dungeon item that's shuffled so far has been maps. I'm assuming there's no small key shuffle, because we would have found one at this point if there was. Oh yeah, I got a sword. Swing, bada bada. Yeah. So because of what the strategy I'm about to be doing, we'll take the safety health here. Yeah, it'll probably be like just a little teeny tiny seed. Little baby seed. Little baby man. Baby man! Also, welcome on in. How you doing? Alright, so I have a specific strategy for this room with this setup. We can also use this as a reference to where we are when the technical things explode. Okay, so there we go. Activate it. Yeah, setups. If you are tired, then go take a nap. You hereby have the Ketchup Cat's permission. I'm actually hoping for vanilla bosses here. Okay, good. Ah, come on. Why'd you fire left? God, nah. Nah. Okay. Oh. Oh, bye-bye arrows. And speed. Okay, so that was a crystal. So we can do Dark World stuff. I think, yeah. I think we're better off just going into Thieves Town at this point. Next, I mean, we could, out of logic, get to Death Fountain, but I don't know if that's going to give us anything actually useful. Actually, you know what? Let's just get the Back of Escape and Dark Cross out of the way. I probably should have gotten some health there, but oh well. I believe I am a Link from the Minish Cap, where you can become like super tiny, like ant-sized Link. Ooh, Master Sword, hell yeah. And health. I think we do have another, yeah, here. I mean, he's ant-sized, so he has the same relative strength as an ant. An ant can lift 100 times its own weight, don't you know? I should have paid more attention so I could actually use my sword beam. Come on. Okay, you know what? It worked last time. Explosions! There we go. Welcome on in, sir. How are you doing this fine eve? I am not doing any of my setups like I should be doing. Okay, nothing there. I also need to mark the Eastern Wizard Crystal. There we go. So now we go to Dark World. Yeah, snack. What you munching on, if I may be so bold as to ask? Okay, we got some chips or like a protein bar, or maybe some Lunchables. Not gonna lie, Lunchables actually sounds kind of good right now. Yeah, banana grape. But what if you tried to make a new fruit of banana and grape together? What would you call it? Would it be called a bagrepa? Banana grape? Grape nana? If you had the power, what would you choose? Alright, so we're not going to be able to get into the back of Skull Woods yet, so we're just going to try to sneak in our items and just be done with it. So we know small keys are going to be vanilla. We also have the best cane in the game, so we can skip the stupidness of this room. That is a very bold decision, sir. I can't think of the phrase. I commend your bravery in that decision. Were that the rest of mankind had the testament of courage and character that you did, perhaps the world would be a better place. Yeah, I tried to... Oh god. Okay. I'm screwing up my strat. But the backup somehow worked. Yeah. Okay, big key is actually nice, so we can get the big chest right away. Yeah, overall, this has actually been a fairly good seed so far. We haven't had anything like too stupid happen yet. We got some decent settings. Actually got some decent movement down so far too, which is nice. And we could have gotten out of there anyway, but oh well. We couldn't have known. There we go. Yeah. No. Alright, so we're done with Skull Woods for hopefully ever. We do have the cape already, so let's... Well, we can also check the shops in this area as well. So yeah, we'll check Bumper Cave, we'll check the shops, and then we'll go into Village of Outcasts. Oh, that's actually gonna be good. Because then when we actually get to the tablets, we can just get those immediately. We'll take Blue Mail. And we'll take a quote-unquote free map. GT, never mind. It's crap. Even free is too much to pay for that map. Oh, no, you don't. I almost got that thing unscathed. That'd have been cool. Whee! I love the little bounce you can do to get a little bit of speed and distance. We now know how to read. We have multiclass out of Barbarian. Bird, leave me alone. here? Absolutely nothing. Okay. So I've actually yet to make a D&D character, or Pathfinder even, where multi-classing has actually, like, benefited anything. So I always feel like getting, like, the low-level classes, especially for when you're, like, a higher-level character, just don't really add anything, like, significant. Although what I want to play one day, and I don't think I ever will, because I don't know if anybody else is actually, like, interested in it, but I want to play in a Gestalt campaign. And for those not in the know, a Gestalt campaign is a campaign where you basically play a character that has 2 classes, but it's not multi-classing. You actually get the full benefits of both classes with every level up. So it's basically the equivalent of, like, first level, if you want to take, say, Monk and Sorcerer, you get all the Sorcerer spells, you get all the Monk abilities, you get all that stuff, and whichever hookshot. Whichever, like, stat sets that they share for stuff like saves or BAB, stuff like that, whichever one has the better option for that, you just take that instead. So just imagine having... So I think Monk has, like, Fort and Reflex of good saves. Sorcerer has Goodwill saves, so put them together, you get good all saves. In addition to being able to cast spells and punch things. And you get AC without having to wear armor, which spellcasters can't wear anyway. I want to be in a Gestalt campaign, but I don't know if anybody else is interested in it. Now, how much do I bet? I'm going to go through, like, all these dungeons, get, like, maybe 4 or so dungeon clears. I'm going to get to the pyramid, and it turns out that it's a 0 Crystal Ganon requirement, and I don't need to do Ganon's Tower. I can just go in, like, the second I start the seed and beat him up. Map of Eastern. Well, a little late for that. Yeah, I don't think we have any Master of Dark World either, so we don't know what any of the dungeons here are. Well, that fire rail's having a good time. Oh, what's stun prize? Stun prize is a single rupee. Which I believe is the vanilla stun prize, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I can't say I've really found much where, well, I should say, in my definition of, like, good multi-classing is when we actually take more than, like, 1 level at a time. Because it would be for, like, you could easily do, like, a single level of Rogue to be able to get, like, the sneak attack and, like, skill bonuses, stuff like that. And that would kind of be all you really need just to be able to add some extra stuff to your character. I'm talking about multi-classing where you basically, like, kind of alternate every level a certain class, or, like, 2 to 3 ratio. I haven't found any combinations that actually really work with that. I think one that could work without, like, too much hassle would be, like, starting off with a few levels of Sorcerer, and then going into Monk for basically the rest of it, so you get some small buff spells for yourself. Probably get up to, like, 2nd level spells, so you can get, like, Magic, or not Magic Mirror. What is it? Is it Magic Mirror? I think it's Magic Mirror. The one where you can make, like, a bunch of copies of yourself. Is it Magic Mirror? I can't think what that spell's called now. Mirror Image, that's what it is. I knew it was Mirror something. But yeah, Mirror Image is a great spell for defense. Well, I suppose you wouldn't necessarily be, like, high enough level to make, like, the most use of it, but still, you get, like, 1d4 plus 1 images on top of yourself, so you can get up to, like, the enemy has to roll, like, a 1 on a d6 to hit you. Yeah, and then you also have a few, and actually I think at that point you'd also have access to stuff like Bull Strength or Bear's Endurance, so you can give yourself some stat buffs along the way too. Okay, so not having hammer here actually sucks, because we're going to be missing out on an item. And also, if Blind drops a hammer, I am not going back in to get the big chest. I don't think it's going to be worth it. I think it's a heart. Or never mind. I just got like vacuum into there. Alright, this fight should be pretty easy to do though. Especially with Master Sword and Blue Mail. Yeah, this is a boss where as long as you get like the consistent hits by kind of poking him at certain times, you can guarantee the fight's going to go a certain direction. I think I lost that direction actually. Yeah, that hit was supposed to go, the second hit was supposed to go to the left instead of the right, but we still got it. And it's just a pendant. But yeah, with most of the old school games like this, as long as you do like the same actions on the same frames, there's no actual RNG. Because of the way that the Super Nintendo kind of treats random numbers. Little fun fact for you there. Alright, so still no hammer, so we can't do... Yeah, we can't do the shop here. We could do Smith Chain, but it's a pain in the ass when you don't have mirror. I'm just gonna hold off on that. And then because we don't have mirror, we also don't have access to like K45, we don't have access to Swamp Palace, we don't have access to Bombo's tablet. Although at least since we had the... What am I doing? I have derp, the derpiest derp. If I don't get the item because of that walk away. Come on. Give me my item. Game. 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 Okay. That got too close. But yeah, the item on Dig Game can appear anywhere between the 1st and 30th digs. Which, if you do what I do, there's a chance you won't be able to get all 30 digs. And I got super close to not getting that. But yeah, so assuming we don't get anything super good from Hype Cave, we can actually just go over and check, kind of go around the lake and get up the pod that way. Well, actually, I think we'll want to stop at the bomb shop and find out where the red crystals are. I don't have a lot of maps to actually work with checking anything out. I've always liked how the sword beam can actually knock the throwing daggers out of the air. One of my little favorite things about the game. Hey, lantern, we can see in the dark space. And a blue potion, okay. So that does give us logical access into Death Mountain now. And with Hookshot, we do have access. Actually, Hookshot and Titan's Mist, we have access to everything in Death Mountain. It's not going to be great routing, because we don't have mirror, but we can do it. Okay, so where's 5 and 6? Skull and Eastern. Okay. Oh, Eastern was one of them. Okay. Alright, so we're already just one crystal away from getting a Pyramid Fairy. Anything important here? Alright, we'll take the full health. Yeah, because we got more than enough money from the looks of things. Let's go ahead and take a little dive. Get through. I look like a little missile. I hate those things. So yeah, at this point, we're just going to go right to Pyramid and find out what the goal is before we even think about going to Pod. You know what? Not gonna lie. If we can fight Ganon now, I'm going to try. I don't feel like it's that big a risk. Especially for the possible reward we can get out of it. It's gonna suck to do that kind of fight, but we can do it. Actually, what would the tier... What's tier 2? Okay, tier 2 is bombs. Not useful, unfortunately, but... At least we know it. So, early open Ganon. Okay, 6 Crystal Seeds, so we are beating most of the game. I'll pick that up. So we have 6 Crystal Ganon. We don't need to get through Ganon's tower, which is important. We don't know what pod is yet. But we do... Oh no, we're missing hammers. So we're not going to be able to get everything necessarily. But we can still get... Actually... No, we can't beat the dungeon. But we can still get pretty much everything else. So we'll do that. Yeah, can we use the potion trick to get everything on the east side of pod. And then just route away normally for everything else. You know, I'll take that. I don't know if I actually want to, because I do think I'm going to have to do a Death Warp at a certain point in there, but just make sure we survive until that point. Which, again, though, green with blue mail, we shouldn't really have anything to worry about. Because even in the vanilla game, you're only going to have green mail here. We have about as much health as you would have in vanilla at this point, with, like, a little bit of exploration. So hopefully we get a small key over here so we can make some, especially a speedy in routing. Yeah, small key. Although, oh, we kind of need to go through the front anyway. Actually, I think we're... Well, Actually, we'll go over this way first, see if we can get another small key. Because it's trying to get to that chest right there that's kind of the most awkward, because that needs another small key to be able to get access to it. Oh, we got a big key. Which is actually not what I wanted. I thought there was going to be a block there. I was very wrong. I think I should have come back for this later on, but oh well. Yeah, I should have come back later on. Bad routing on my part. No hint. It's sad day. So now... Wait, I have a bow. I don't need to do this out of logic. Oh well. No, since I did, we'll do it this way. If you're gonna start something, you may as well finish it off. Also, I need bombs. And I couldn't think of the quick swap fast enough. Never mind, I don't need bombs. What I do need is death. A death. Actually, the spikes down here do a constant 1 full heart regardless of your armor, so they'll be the faster way to do this. There we go. Yeah, I kind of screwed up the entire routing of this dungeon, but oh well. So, something for me to try to learn and build upon later. Because what I should have done is I should have gone through the entire front or back section at the start when I was at the bridge instead of coming back here when I didn't have the small keys. Because then when I did have the small keys, I could come back here and then routed all like the arrow-related enemy rooms. All that for a shield. Although on the plus side, we do have the big key now, so we can actually do the big or the hammer yump. There we go. Ooh, hell yeah. Now we got speed. Oh, if we didn't have money before, we have money now. I should have bonked into that, I'm not gonna lie on that one. I got lucky with that. Although, I guess one benefit of going this route is that we actually do get to go right to the boss from the last item checks here. No, I probably don't even need the money, but I'm going to collect it. Just in case we get, like, Fire Rod, Hammer, and Flute all in one store, and they're all, like, 300 each. I still have the powder to get from Kakariko, too. Oh wait, no, okay, yeah, it's Hammer that's preventing me from actually finishing this dungeon. So never mind, we actually can't beat this. So, given that, actually, get you guys all drawn over there. There we go. Now I can be safe when I do this. So, we can go to Zora. Honestly, that's really the last thing we can do in Dark World from where we currently stand. I think we have to go to Death Mountain after this. Also, we can get the Dark World Potion Shop check, too. That'll be 3 more possible checks. Okay, so that's actually one of the good things about Chef Sandy is that it actually gives you more of a reason to go to Catfish. Because there's more than just one check on the way. Or at least, theoretically. I always forget that thing is just an enemy. Oop. Okay, we got a health refill. That's worth it. Alright, so once we get this, we're gonna save and quit back to Light World and go to Death Mountain. I don't see really much that could change our routing otherwise. Even if we did find something like Hammer, I wouldn't want to necessarily go back to Pod yet. Nope. Yeah, Sanctuary. Oh, we can get Bonk Rocks too. Not a bad thing to get when we're literally on the way. Also, we can hook speed. Well, we could hook speed if I did it right. Oh yeah. Annihilation. May as well. We could literally buy everything at every shop and be fine now. Okay, I like how with the block, it looks like he's like he has like super muscular arms and he's carrying the block with those, instead of it just being like the text box of his head. That amuses me. Ooh, tempered. Heck yeah. That ready for later, and also for the yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. We got heart piece up there, which thankfully we don't need. There's bombs there, we don't need those. We can just jump right on down. We don't have mirrors, so we actually need to go through this the long way. The long and, might I add, annoying way. Come on. I'll take the bomb capacities. And the map because it's cheap. I have a Thieves Town, okay. Which we've already beaten, so it doesn't matter. I see what you did there. Ha 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 ha. Also, welcome on in. How you doing tonight? I don't get to do this bomb jump very often, I'm starting to realize. I think that's the first one I actually learned how to do, too. Yeah, just 20 bucks up there. Oh, we actually have no way to get to Tower of Hera right now. That's interesting. Yeah, no mirror, no hammer. Yay, work. Hooray. May your work not be a butt. That is the best I can offer. Okay, so now we do Death Mountain stuff. Or Darkwood Death Mountain. Ow. We have another shop. We have 2 checks from Bunny Cave. We can do Hookshot Cave. Light on right, so here. As long as the machine that you're talking about is not vital to the existence of humanity, then I agree. The shops leave something to be desired. I didn't mean to buy that. Alright, so no mirrors, so I have to do the slightly careful thing on the second block here. Got it. Yeah, that one's not super hard to do. You just gotta make sure that you're not, like, completely all the way to the wall on the right. Because otherwise, you won't be able to reach the other block with that hook shot. You won't be able to get the little trick. There's Sanctuary Heart. There's some crappy items. You know, there is also a chance that Ganon's Tower is like a 0 or 1 crystal requirement if we could just enter it right now. Which would give us a whole bunch of checks we could do. But humanity also made Link to the Past. It's not all bad. I mean, this Hookshot Cave is kind of bad, but... Actually, let's find out what the requirement for Turtle Rock is before we go too far. At this point, I'm also probably going to be going for Spike Cave. Okay, so we need Quake, which thankfully we don't have. So we don't have to worry about routing that in. Come on, entry. Nope. Well then, we are not entering Ganon's Tower under any circumstance. Yeah. Never mind, we're missing hammer. Okay, so we can get... Yeah, we can get the Sick Kid. We can get the shovel check. We can also pick up the magic powder. Which we can't use to get to Magic Bat yet, because we don't have a means to actually get to him. Yeah, there's a few things we can do right now. Now, we still can't finish up Skull Woods. We can go into Ice Palace. That's actually probably where we're supposed to go. No worries. May your drive be safe. I don't have flute yet. I don't know why I thought I had flute. Yeah, anytime you can stop by is time I treasure. Because yay, people. And kinda yay, heart piece. Shop. The old shoppity shop. Is there anything else I can do while I'm here? I think library had like a blue rupee, so that's not going to be anything like super valuable. Yeah, we can make use of the book right now. I guess we could also check to see what the Agena has. There's not too much we can really do in this chain otherwise. Oh, wrong spot. Okay, vanilla flute. That kind of changes things. All rise for the Hyrulean National Anthem. Amen. So this is also actually a quicker way to get to Agena as well, which is nice. Plus, we can get into the Mire area, which we know is a green pendant, but the fact that it's green actually does mean it could be something theoretically useful. Let's actually do the checking over here first. Actually, we can enter Desert now, because we have the Book of Medora. That actually might be the play. not there. Yeah, because Mire will have, I think, 4... I always forget how many checks the Mire has in vanilla. It's gonna be either 3 or 4 with the map being shuffled. Did not position that, right? Squawk. Yay, quote-unquote best routing. It's kind of unfortunate that there's only, like, really 2 paths you can go through for completion in Desert Palace for the most part. You either go left first or you go right first, and then it's just do the opposite afterward. Well, that gives us Turtle Rock access, which I didn't want. Although it is possible, I think, that if there's no small key in the big chest, we can't really progress. Yeah, because we don't have fire routes, so we'd be missing on the 2 checks on the right. And we have a locked door to go through in the big opening area first. Yeah, until we see a well, we're not going to see like a second small key or anything like that because they're not mixed. Okay, we already have ether. I already forgot what was on Desert Ledge. I don't think it was anything useful, and thus was the reason I forgot it, so I'm not going to bother rechecking. Because I know I checked. I forgot I had sword beams. Damn it. Okay. Damn it. Trying to keep sword beams. I guess I don't really need to keep sword beams, I just kind of wanted them. Also, we gotta do this a slightly slow way. Screen shake! Alright, let's try to make Ice Rock have a function. Oh. There we go. Did it. Yeah, Crystal. Okay, so now we can go to Mire and try to get as much there as we can. We'll probably do the full clear. There's not any reason really not to. Because the green pendant does at least give us access to another item when we go to finish up Pod. Alright, so we cannot do Checkerboard Cave, which is unfortunate. But we do have guaranteed access to Mire because we have all the medallions. I don't think there's a way to... Yeah, there's not a way to make Hookshot usable in this room. With the block glitches. Ether. Actually, yeah, both of the dungeon entries that required medallions were vanilla. Interesting. Yeah, that is only a 16% chance of occurring. Actually, I think it would technically be less than that, given all the possible combinations. Actually, I think it'd be like 1 out of 36, technically. No, it would be 36. What would it be? Math. Yeah, because either dungeon could... Yeah, the dungeon could also be the same crystal. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's an 11% chance, I think. Yeah. Because there's 9 possible combinations. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, when I'm not actually, like, also trying to, quote-unquote, speed run, is when I can probably do proper math. But yeah, I'm starting to think the original 16% number is actually right. Well, we got all the small keys already. Which is not actually helpful in this dungeon. Because you technically don't need any of them. There's the mirror. Okay. So that gives us access to Swamp Palace, gives us access to several checks in Smith Chain, including the main Smith Chain itself being, you know, not ass. Gives us access to Tower of Hera. That gives us a lot of stuff. I probably should just leave now, but I'll still get all, like, the front area checks, just in case. In fact, especially as long as I don't find Compass. Then I'll still have reason to do every check otherwise. Because if the boss has Compass, then we don't even need to worry about ever going to the boss for any reason. Well, balls. That's why I need to not speak about things that I don't want to have happen, because then they immediately happen. I suppose we still can just finish up the dungeon. Not really gonna be that much harm, especially when we have like 50 arrows, which is more than enough to take care of all the eyeballs. Yeah, big key not in an ass position. I simply figure out how to do the door extension glitch from there to skip all that, like, running around. Because I know it's possible, I just can't figure out, like, how it works. Stun fries. All right, we already figured that out. Yeah, because we don't have half magic, I'll pick this up. We don't necessarily need it, but I kind of want it. Also, we can't do the trick I want to do here because we don't have Fire Rod. And that's kind of required to make this work. But we'll just place that like normal. Ow. Just money. I don't think Sword Beams damages any of the mini eyeballs. Although I don't actually know. Might be worth trying out. It does not. I suppose with Tempered Sword and the cape, I could just use that instead. But I kind of want to do this legitimately. I don't know why, but I do. Like, I'll just, like, swipe them to hell. There we go. Hopefully the green pendant's worth it. So, okay, where do I want to go from here, actually? We can do a checkerboard cave. For sure, before I leave. Yeah, there's so many places we have access to, and I'm not sure which one is necessarily the best to start with. I guess, okay, so once we get checkerboard cave... Actually, no, I'm doing Lightwell at that point. What do we know? Do we know ice is a pendant? We actually have more information than I thought we did. Pod is a crystal, and okay, so Turtle Rock is a crystal, so it's gonna be required, so we do need Fire Rod, at least for that. We don't know Swamp Palace. We don't know Tower of Hera. We still don't know Tower of Hera. Okay. No. Let's go do Swamp. Yeah, because we can kind of mostly just clear the game. Or at least we have the ability to beat the final boss with the equipment we have. So we don't really want to check for any extraneous stuff if we don't have to. Well, we do also need to go to the right routing, at the bare minimum. Oh wait, we don't have hammer, we can't do this yet. At least not from here. Okay, never mind that. Yeah, we still can't do anything with Skull Woods. We still can't do East, or we still can't do Pod. We can do Ice. Let's do Ice. Get ready, the Bomb of the Os. I'm also gonna read that hint out, see if we can get anything else, like, particularly useful. Like, if we can find out where Fire Rod or Hammer is, that would be amazing. Bugnet. No, we don't care about Bugnet. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do the spin slash strat with Tempered. Yeah. Okay, if you're planning on doing a full clear of Ice Palace... Hello? I didn't know you could do that. Huh. But yeah, if you're planning on a full clear of Ice Palace, you want to see a small key in one of the first couple chests. Yeah, because that way you can guarantee you can get all the basically the best possible routing. I like how I'm actually getting confident enough now with that I'm not even bothering to check for the second positioning. I just assume I have it and I'm usually right. Oh, wait, no, we don't have hammer. We're actually going to be missing this check here. I didn't think about that. Stupid compass. How did that hit me? More hint tiles. Not helpful. Come on. Show me hammer. Well, I guess big key works too. That way we're only missing one check in this entire dungeon. Which unfortunately will be an item because we already have the compass. I also love how simple that bomb jump is. You just literally walk up in the corner and place a bomb. Don't need to do any real setup or anything other than that. Bomb capacity, not exactly helpful. Oh wait, no, we can't do the boss. We need hammer. Damn it. I always forget you need hammer to get to the boss as well. So I guess it's Hera and or Turtle Rock. I guess we could also do Smith Chain. But it doesn't give us like direct progression, which is what makes me hesitant to do it. Yeah. It's probably going to be a Smith Chain. I think that's where my luck is going to be going. Also, we can get the tablet up here. That's a plus. There we go. I was like 1 pixel off. Not the worst. There'll be 4 items in here. We kind of need that. Not like a need, but it's definitely good to have. So alternatively, Fire Rod. Hell yeah. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, so Fire Rod gives us access to several places now. We can actually finish up Ice Palace. We can finish up Skull Woods. We can actually do and finish up Turtle Rock. Bottle near the Elder. I think we already have that one. Is that it? Okay. Oh, I screwed that up. It's going too fast. Oh, we got that freaking... Goddamn it. No, where are we doing that trick? Yeah, that's still faster than going up the vanilla route. Yeah, at this point, I'm playing it safe. Doing the thing I know is going to put me in a position. Okay, so either the basement has the compass or the boss has the compass. I'm hoping it's the basement. Actually, we would still need a small key. So yeah, we do not need to check the basement. We can ignore it like it doesn't exist. Which is always best case scenario. I'm amazed I didn't think there. There we go. Okay, so we still have a pendant we need to figure out. Oh no, we know where all the pendants are. Okay, so... the question is, which dungeon can we skip out on? Because we need hammer... okay. So... do we need hammer for... I don't think we need hammer for Turtle Rock. But I can't go to Turtle Rock from this particular route with what we have. And the thing is, I think Turtle Rock would have our highest chance of actually getting that outside of... actually, no, we couldn't do Swamp Palace without hammer either. Oh my god. There we go. It's like, one of these days I'll get the right input. And actually, I do want to stick in Lightwood first, so I can actually open up the access to Turtle Rock. Oh, wait, no, we can't because we don't have hammer. So that actually means that we never have to enter Turtle Rock. Because hammer is our go mode item. Where do I go? Okay. So we can do Skull Woods. That's actually all we can really... hammer's gonna be in Smith Chain. I can guarantee goddamn to it. Yeah, because every other dungeon we can technically access is basically locked out because of hammer. Yeah, there. I tried to quick swap until I had hammer, but I don't have hammer. Okay, so we can beat this dungeon because we don't need hammer for this. And this is a crystal, so we may as well. Yeah, I think we're in what is referred to in the speedrun racing community as no mode, K-N-O-W, because we pretty much know where our progression is, we just don't actually have it yet. Usually that's more of a thing of like when you're watching two different people who give you different information and you find, okay, so we know where this is, we know where that is, therefore we have go mode. But the players themselves don't have it yet. We already have the compass, so I'm gonna need to come back here for that check anyway. But just in the off chance we find the hammer here, we can save a little bit of time that way. Ow. Ah, how did that... damn it. Yeah, the problem is, as soon as the fire from the fire rail goes off the screen, it basically just vanishes. So as a result, I wasn't able to get that top torch lit in time. Which is annoying. Oh, no, you don't. I know your tricks. And we can just bully them off. How did that sword not reach? Go mode. And we avoided Smith Chain. Okay, so we have Pod and Swamp left to do. Those we can actually get to fairly quickly at this point. And we never need to touch Turtle Rock. Out of curiosity, since we're here, what was on Master Sword Pedestal? Ooh, lots of money. Well, fine. Don't let me do my tricks. My shenaniganery. Game. God damn it, game. And unfortunately, when we're go-moning Swamp Palace, there's actually a lot of stuff there we can just kind of skip out on. We can save a good chunk of time. Okay, why? There we go. I was about to say, why can't I do my freaking same frame button inputs? Ah, you bastards! You bastard! How? Okay. I'm still kind of getting used to the PS5 controller instead of the one I had before. Stay away. And now instead of getting all the items, we can just go right to the boss. No big key required. We do still need that, though. And no big key, so we can't get this chest, but that's fine. So the chests that are still like complete that are immediately on the way, I'm still gonna pick those up just because there's like literally no effort in getting those. But otherwise, we're not gonna go like even slightly out of our way for anything. Ow. They do want to try to get Tempered Sword, or rather Butter Sword, or Silver if we can. Or even half magic, that would also be nice. But we're not going to get those, are we? I can already foresee it. Ah, too high up. Actually, I don't need mirror for this part. Or would that be faster? This actually might be faster. Let's do this. I am in fact playing as the one and only friggin' Minish Link. You got a problem with that? What? Yeah, you caught us right as we were entering, well, we've already been in Go Mode for a little bit now, but yeah, we're on our ways to just kind of rush through all the dungeons and just annihilate things. Along with one last possible check here. He's very special. It was going kind of annoyingly for about the past, like, 20 minutes worth, because I was trying to find just, like, hammer or fire rod or something that would actually be useful. But then we found fire rod, went to Skull Woods, then we got our hammer, and Go Mode. And on the plus side, we actually do not need to do anything with Ganon's Tower, so we can, once we finish this dungeon, we just go right to Ganon and kick his ass. Hey, better late than never. Welcome on in. How be ye on this fine eve? Come on. Why'd you not fire the first arrow? I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your journeys. The Super Metroid Randomizer. I forget what tricks are considered logic or in logic in casual. I know there's still like quite a bit of tricks they still account for in there. They're just not like the full gamut. Alright, let's see if I can actually get this room right this time. Nope. Not like that, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know why it is that that left turtle doesn't always flip over. That's usually what causes me the issues. Yeah. Oh god, late morph. No. Just... that is in fact the definition of suffering. Yeah, I've done like 1 or 2 late morph seeds. No. Those are just not fun. And then I mean, maybe with light area rando that's not as bad, but kind of my issue, well, I guess it's not starting point rando. So I know if you do like the start point rando, it actually makes the game kind of less fun because the game kind of has to give you like certain key items super early on. It kind of takes away from some of the exploration. Oh yeah, trust me, I'm aware of this. I've gotten stuck multiple times because I forgot I don't have morph. Yeah, part of the thing is that there's a lot of movement things that you can do with Morph Ball that if you don't have it, the game feels so much slower otherwise. That's kind of my thing about it. Actually, we'll do some hook speed. There we go. Oh, there you go. Then ready by Lantern of Lanterning. And go to kick Ganon's ass. Yeah, I got the double hit. Yeah, I couldn't get the 1 cycle though. Okay, I got the 1 cycle there at least. There we go. Unfortunately, I do have a blue potion, so if shenanigans happen, I can still recover. The mono... Oh! Okay, so silver arrows were at Bombo's tablet. How did I get fire? How did that not hit? Wait, how did I not get the torch glitch? Game, explain yourself. Well, this is actually gonna suck. Okay, you know what? I'm restarting this. Yeah, without half magic and without silver arrows, it is not worth it trying to do that boss fight without the torch glitch. I think I just completely spaced on actually doing the torch glitch part of it. I think that's what happened. Oh, you guys could drop a fairy. I want a fairy for healing. Just need to make sure not to kill you by dashing. Because when you dash into an enemy and kill it, you actually remove any chance of a drop. How did you live? Oh, probably because I killed that big lip thing instead of the Moblin. That's probably why. Let's see if I can get a regular heart as well, so I actually get an odd number. Come on. Nope. I could go after those guys, but eh. Actually, maybe take you out, see if you drop a heart. No, just arrows. Alright. Take two. I didn't get the proper trigger. Well, you stopped early. Okay, that's enough for the next phase. Okay. We're still in a better position health-wise than we were before. Okay. We got the trick. How did I get hit by that? Game, explain yourself. This game has some questionable hitboxes sometimes. That might be too far. Oh, we just got him. Nice. Oh, missed that one, though. Yeah, it's hard to really get all three shots when you have to walk across the entire freaking screen to get to him. Got him. Time. Just a little bit faster than my actual speedrun PB. By like literally 10 seconds. Yay, I did the thing. Alright. Let's fast forward over to the cool stuff, the stats. Saltarello's Homecoming. Yeah, I do kind of want to know where half magic was. That's what the only thing I really be like super curious to know. Flute boy flutes again. That's not a sword. Actually, there's another thing. I do kind of wonder where the last sword upgrade was too. Then. We never finished Ice Palace, we never entered Turtle Rock, and of course we never entered Ganis Tower either, so it could easily have been there somewhere. Yeah, also probably Red Mail. I'm actually not really as interested in Red Mail nowadays as I used to be. It's one of those things it's nice to have, but it's definitely not needed. Randomizer credits. And now the fun stuff. Yeah, thankfully we got our first sword pretty early. Boots could have been better, could have been worse. I would have loved to have gotten flute earlier, and then just freaking mirror. Yeah, not having mirror makes you have to do a lot of weird routing. Especially when it comes to certain dungeons. Yeah, never had to get into GT, so we never got the big key. We had our one intentional death. Less than a minute in the menu. Less than 10 minutes lag. That's actually pretty good. Usually it's at least like 11 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm gonna check the spoiler log real quick just to find out where those last couple items were that I want to find out. Spoiler. So where was magic? That's not how you spell magic. Magic mirror, magic powder, magic mirror, magic bat. Apparently the mushroom is at the bat. Magic upgrade was in King's Tomb. Okay, yeah, we were never gonna be able to get there with any kind of routing we could have gotten. How about sword? So, swords random. So, sewers, secret room. Yeah, I think that was in the back of his skate, so we got that sword. Old man. Oh, right, that was for what we say the old man in the mountain, so we got that one. Okay, K45 was where the last sword was. Alright. Good to know. So, I'm going to do a quick little BRB. And then after that, I'll be setting us up for a Super Metroid randomizer, because we always have time for a Super Metroid randomizer. Where's my burb? There's a burb. And so, I shall a burb. And we're back. So let's go ahead and get the next rando set up. Some Metroid. Generating all the things. So there is actually a new sprite that they added for Super Metroid. I don't know why they added this one, but they added it. And now everybody else has to suffer for it. So we'll do that. So make sure... Okay, yeah, replace the sprite. Do not recolor Samus in this case. Make sure there's nobody else that's new. Yeah, I think we're good. So download Customize. And then we'll start getting the stream stuff updated. Get all those. Switch over to the scene. All the manual stuff to update. I guess I didn't really need to connect it yet because I don't have the actual game running yet, but... And here we go. Then... It should theoretically reconnect on its own. There it goes. Oh, and the timer. Get that updated, save the splits. Some Metroid. Alright. Why is this a sprite? That's all I want to know. I'll begin. Oh god, he's even holding the friggin' arches. Oh my god. Why is this a thing? And it's actually a well-designed sprite too. I think that's like the worst thing about it. And holding the frickin' M when he goes down the elevator. Just good lord. Okay. I will not turn down early screw attack. Although it does potentially mean we're not going to get early morph ball. Yeah, no early morph ball. Unless we happen to get it from Retro Mother Brain, but even then, that would still be kind of slow in comparison. So we're missing on a handful of the checks down here. Which won't really matter as much if we get more power rounds before we finish up Brinstar, but still. Get up there. Ow. Unfortunately, you can't soft lock in there without Morph Ball. Because of the way that the blocks are set up. I was getting a lot of health early on, which I don't know how I feel about that. Nope. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the one problem with trying to do the screw attack jump all the way up here, is that you have like certain frames that are not actually like iframes for you, and the enemy can hit you and then you just lose everything for your movement. Which is why I tend to avoid that strat. Oh my god, please. Spin! I don't know how I did that spin jump there, but I'll take it. Ah, damn. Yeah, supers. I suppose there was still one check we could have gotten up there. Okay, here's where we need to be careful. Because here, if you don't jump right, you will soft lock. If you get in a cross position. Squish. Oh, a speed booster, okay. This might be one of those fast logic settings. Morph ball? Wave. Okay, so I think we're gonna have morph ball up by the early supers check. I'll take it. Early on, ammo is kind of precious. Beam. Thank you. Okay, I got super lucky there. I could have easily, like, got into a forced crouch position. But thankfully I didn't. No, this is a normal morph. I do have normal morph as an option, just not late morph. Okay, so speed booster actually means we can get in through here then. But the question is... Okay, I actually don't need to do the jump this way. I can just do this legit. There's morph ball. Okay. Why is the sprite so good? This sprite has no right to be good like this. Okay, we're getting a lot of health early on. That concerns me. We also don't have any bombs of any kind, which is also concerning. I think we're still... I really don't know. Also, I did not want to do a jump there. So... I think I can still get through here without bombs of any kind. I can shoot. Yeah, I can go through. Oh no, I need bombs to get in there. I'm dumb. First set and second set. No, they're all the same set. It's just that you don't really have the ability to use a screw attack to get through the middle portion. Yeah, they're actually the exact same blocks. Game, where are my bombs? Game, I demand bombs. I did not expect that to work out as well as it did. You know, I have yet to see a seed where bombs are, like any kind of bombs are a go mode item. I wouldn't be surprised to see one eventually. It'd be like the weirdest thing. And the thing that sucks is that we can't even do Crave without any kind of bombs either. That's not even viable. Yeah, there's some stuff we can do in Norfair. I mean, that's probably how it's going to end up working out. We're probably gonna, I'm guessing we're going to get like one power bomb pack down there, and then we're not going to see another power bomb pack for another like 40 minutes. It's just feeling like that kind of seed right now. We do have wave. I mean, spring ball is nice. Another E-tank. Come on. Game. Okay, we need to do a hell run. I use actually my own custom settings to basically reflect the tricks that I actually know how to do. Because there are, like, the two main things that I do not want to do, period, is basically suitless, various suitless Lower North Fair, and gravity suitless Meridia. I refuse to do or learn either of those, and as a result, I don't think I can even do like the normal setting as a result. So I just do my own personal combination of stuff. I feel like I do pretty much know most of everything else at this point, but yeah, it's just those I refuse to do because those just do not seem fun to me. And what's the point of a game if you're not gonna make it fun? Now, I did save, so this is nothing I can just reset. That's nothing. But yeah, if you're curious as to what settings I have, you can look up under presets. I think it's under presets, or is it logic? If I go to randomizer. Oh, so under skills preset, if you look up Aren 2, A-R-R-E-N, obviously because of, I should have figured to look it up. But yeah, if you look up Aren 2, you can find out the skills that I have in logic for my seeds. Yeah, I used to kind of base them on like what difficulty each trick was, but then I noticed when I tried to set the randomizer to limit it to like a certain difficulty and move, it wouldn't actually let me generate any seeds. So I basically just let it set to any difficulty as long as I know how to trick, or how to do the trick. But yeah, I do have basic hell runs active so long as I have like a bunch of health, which is kind of the position that we're in now. So actually, I should probably go and do the cathedral check. We do have speed boost, but I don't know if that alone is enough to be able to go through like a lot of Bubble Mountain. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes. Oh, okay. I don't know if these are the logical power bombs that I need or not. I also don't know if I can actually get out at this point. Oh, that's especially going to kill me. Okay. So yeah, if you go to... let me see where it is on the site. It's been a while since I've had to do this. If you do... I think if you click on the presets part of the website... Yeah, if you go to presets, and then under the list on top, because these are the usual like newbie, casual, regular stuff like that. If you keep scrolling down, eventually I think it'll get all to the skill sets, or anybody who's made like their own custom ones. Yeah, because that's where you'll find the Aren 2 one. You can go to there, look, click on that, and then it'll load up everything that I have set for that. So yeah, I've got Kratos Quick Kill, Dragon used to it, Ridley used to it, Phantoon Default. And then Mother Brain, is this really the last boss? Then I got, yeah, a bunch of general move around stuffs. I got Tricky Wall stuff, I got Alcatraz Escape, High Jump Gauntlet Access. I got like a whole bunch of things I got set up in mine. But there's still a bunch of things I don't have set up because I've either just never learned them or I just don't really care to learn them. Yeah, because one thing that you do find after a while with like the kind of the basic randomizer settings is that the seeds get pretty samey if you don't really like allow any tricks to be in logic. Okay, so now I gotta figure out if I actually want to try to specifically go for those power bombs, because they very well might be our logically required power bombs. I mean, I could... There's like 2 more checks I can get near Retro Mother Brain right now. We'll try this one more time. Okay, that's bad movement there, but I can probably salvage that by moving better when I pick this item up. Yeah, there we go. Because I'm not spending as much time in the lava. Thankfully, I have spring ball to make this a little faster. Okay. Okay, we can work with this. There we go. Power bombs, we're taking those. With this kind of intro, we're taking those. But yeah, also using the preset lookup I showed you before, you can also look up all the detailed tricks and difficulty levels for each of the tricks that are required for the basic settings as well. So you can use that to kind of figure out like what each setting will expect of you. And a lot of those do have like links to videos on how to like do the various tricks. Although unfortunately, a lot of those tutorials don't like tell you anything about it. It just shows you this is what the trick looks like when it's done correctly, and that's about it. So they're not as helpful as I'd like them to be. Oh, I screwed up on that one. I kind of hesitated in the first set of missiles. Ah, come on. There we go. And definitely farm for resources here. Okay, power bombs are no longer an issue. Also, Mini Kraid, if you run into it, will deal 120 damage to you without any armor. Be aware of this. I've died to him because of that. Don't be like me. Yeah, pretty much any like wave gates you find can be yeah, any regular wave gate you can use a gate glitch on, regardless of what direction they go to. The green gates, however, are only unlockable from one direction. I don't think I want to go back down yet. Although technically I do have access to Bubble Mountain with Speed Booster. I didn't really think about that. Oh well. I mean, you can give Mini Kraid hugs. It's just it may be your last. That's all I'm saying. Also, welcome on in. How you doing tonight? Let's actually just go up all the way here. Probably head back to the ship. Yeah, I'm passable when it comes to the gate glitches. It kind of just depends on just like how my fingers want to work at the time. Sometimes I get them first try, sometimes it takes me like 10 minutes. I'm also doing well. Had a good, then bad, then good again Link to the Past seed before this, and yeah, just more chilling with this. Yeah, not only did we have a late morph ball in this one, we also had a pretty late bombs of any kind too, which kind of hampered things. Oh, I didn't get the thing. Oh, you talking about the one in Brinstar then? Because yeah, that one is hell yeah, Plasma Beam. Yeah, because that one is a lot easier to do with high jump. There's still a kind of decent setup without high jump, but it's still it's kind of stupid sometimes. Come on, get up there. There we go. Oh, how dare you? I did not say you could spike me. I don't need this many power bombs, game. How do I want to do this? I think I do want to... Okay, so I'm going to go... I'm going to open this up in case I have to come back down this way. I got like so many different ways I want to route this, and I don't know which one is correct, if any of them. Let's see what M's in here. Not too worried about that right now. How do I want to do this? Okay, so let's bust this open for now. I should not be able to move through this part of the ship. That should be solid. Okay, so we'll use this. I'll get the ship PBs check. Then we'll do Gauntlet. The question is then, do I go through back to wreck ship? Because I could. Yeah, because that is something that I think they relatively recently got changed, where, like, when they first introduced the new ship designs, it still had the original hitbox of Samus' ship, regardless of what the new one looked like. They do have it to where the hitboxes actually do match up for the most part, and I know the ship before is matched up with the hitboxes, but I don't know, maybe something just kind of, like, generated incorrectly. I don't know which room is Sponge Bath. I'm guessing it's probably something in Lower Norfair. Oh, let's wreck ship. What would be Sponge Bath and wreck ship? Sponge Bath. Maybe it's the hallway toward the one check that's like always awkward to get to. Yeah, I don't actually know. Yeah, it's either that or the room itself where you find the item that's kind of out of the way. I guess I'll take the ammunition. Although I don't really need it. Actually, don't even need the power bomb refill on this. I'm just gonna forget that. Actually, because of the fact we do have speed booster, let's go ahead and get everything down here. Then we'll come back up and get the climb back on the way. Sloped water room with the bull enemy. The bull enemy? I'm unfamiliar with the terminology for this enemy that you speak of. Oh, like the little, like, amoebas or something. Is that, like, part of their name, like, bull something? So I wouldn't figure, like, bull to be part of the name in any way, shape, or form. Really? I mean, they have such weird names for, like, all the other creatures in this game. That one seems, like, oddly plain. Okay, that'll be good if we can get charge. Yeah, that was something I didn't even know about until, like, fairly recently as well. Actually, it took me watching a YouTube video on that, I think, like, 6 months ago to actually learn that. Some soups. And more pibs. Yeah, I can see that. Well, the thing is, now I'm thinking one step beyond that, and instead of just every Geever being an orange Geever, just every enemy is an orange Geever. Just period. Like normally the hunters on the way to Kraid's Lair, Geevers. The little things you have to like grapple beam onto in Meridia, Geevers. Dragon herself, Geever. That's what I want to see. Just make it as silly as you can possibly make it. Gold Tergeever. Oh. Yes. Mother Geever. Okay, game, that's enough fire bombs, please. Oh, believe me, I have had seeds where oops, all power bombs. There was one seed I had like 125 power bombs, because at one point I would normally like just keep skipping all of them, but it just got so obscene I just started picking everything up that I found, and yeah, I had like a crap ton of power bombs. I think I had like 10 missiles and 30 super missiles by the time I was done with that seed. It's just this rando is weird sometimes, and of course by sometimes I mean all the time. Alright, so how am I gonna get this set up with Ronald McDonald? Okay, there we go. It can be in logic. I've seen it once. Well, actually, reverse. Are you talking about just what I'm doing right now, as far as getting sports launch reward without fighting them? Because that is a regular trick I think you can have access to. I think there should be. Yeah, it should be its own thing, because the trick here is basically you're firing a super missile at like just the right spot at the block on just the right distance from it. So it would be its own specific trick, so it should have its own check mark. It might be under either Brinstar or bosses. So I think bosses can be its own category if I remember right. But I don't recall for a fact. It's been too long since I've actually looked through the settings like that. Okay, now we have Ridley ammo, which is at least nice. Squish. Yeah, either Brinstar or bosses would be my guess. Oh, yeah, I need to go back and get the one other item before I come back. I'm probably just gonna head right back to Crateria after all this. Oh, I didn't get the Kago. Yeah, for those who do not know, Kago is basically kind of like a certain movement you can do on the breakaway blocks like that, where if you turn around at just the right frame, you actually don't lose any falling speed. You just fall right through your normal speed instead of stopping for a bit to let the block crumble. It's not always useful, but it has its purposes. And it's also hard to do consistently, at least for me. Squish. Ooh, charge beam, hell yeah. In fact, with our current stats, we can actually microwave things, which would be particularly helpful for Phantoon later on. Damn Oh, I did not think that was gonna work. Thankfully it did. So I think there was still an item from here that I missed. Oh, it was just an E-tank. Yeah, because I remember I was able to see it, but I didn't have a power on to actually get to it. How did I morph ball there? Alright, so head back up here. You know, maybe I should have taken... Well, I got 5 E-tanks. I got a reserve I can get to eventually. I should have plenty of health for Phantoon. Especially when I can microwave them. Come on. And of course, one thing that sucks about having speed booster but not high jump is that when you're running, it actually lowers your jump height by like an awkward degree. Oh, I can also do boundaries though. Assuming he has anything useful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there should be a separate trick for that. We do not want Spazer. Absolutely not. Yeah, let me see if I can check real quick. Because like I said, that should be its own thing. Ceiling, that's Brinstar, Red Tower, climb, reverse gate. Reverse gate. Brinstar, reverse orphan, screw attack. That would not be it. Bosses, end. Microwave, microwave. Huh. Gauntlet miners, no. With speed, no. Crade. Bombless Propel missiles. Yeah, that's not gonna be it. Definitely not Moondance. X-ray climb, no. Wouldn't be under common. So the problem with Spazer is that once you have Plasma, Plasma actually overrides Spazer as an equipment item. You cannot equip both at the same time. And Plasma is just literally nothing but improvements over Spazer. Because Spazer or Plasma will actually go through enemies when you fire. Spazer will not. And Spazer does also, well, the one benefit that Spazer on its own has that Plasma does not is that Spazer can actually have like the wider hitbox when you fire because it has like little 3 pellets to shoot out. But once you get Wave along with Plasma, then Plasma gains that property as well. Yeah, I'm not doing the Dorando. Technically, changing the difficulty of a tech would affect it if you have like a certain max difficulty selected for a given trick. But like I said, from my experiences, it tends to prevent Seeds from even being like generatable, which I don't know if that's actually a word or not, but I'm making it a word. And yeah, that's kind of my only thing about it. So turn off Speed Booster. I wish I could get a proper Mega. Also need to figure out the setup with the sprite. Okay, so I need the space between his eyes. That's not gonna work. I think I jumped like a frame too early. Ah, okay. I had the first jump, I just couldn't get the second. Oh, that was too early. Damn it. It depends on what other beams you have equipped. I think if you have Wave equipped and Charge and then Spazer and Plasma, you get what's called, I think, the Chainsaw Beam, where it basically leaves like a constantly damaging effect that's like just in front of Samus. And by just in front, I mean basically like 1 tile length. That's all it does damage to, but it does basically constant like screw attack level damage. Is I think that one. So I know if you have like all of the beams equipped like that, like 9 times out of 10 you'll just soft lock the game and this game will actually just go black as soon as you try to fire a shot, because the game is not designed for that. But then there are some combinations where you can fire shots in like one direction, but firing in the other direction also crashes the game. So it really kind of depends on what beam combination you're using and how you're using it. Yeah, that wall jump is officially it is a double frame perfect jump, but there's enough of a setup where it's not the worst thing to do or to try to get used to. Because the main thing is you have to get yourself set up on the very last possible frame before you do the screen transition. And then you have to jump at... Actually, I guess... Yeah, then you have to jump at the last possible frame before you hit the water. And then you have to hit a 1-frame wall jump off of the thing as well. I can turn speed back on. Yeah, it's definitely a thing that takes a lot of practice to be able to get down even semi-consistently. And I have it consistent enough that I'm able to at least be willing to do it. Yeah, for me, I don't think I could even, like, start trying to play with the momentum keep on, because it would just be so alien to me for the way I usually play the game. Yeah, if nothing else, kind of at least get used to what everything looks like, so you can try to get, like, some visual cues on when to do the inputs. That's probably, like, the best way you could use that. I guess, yeah, with plasma, with the ability to do microwave, we should be fine. I just need to make sure I get all the inputs into get it activated and charged in time, because that's still kind of a tight window for this fight. Come on. Ah, damn it. Screwed it up. Yeah, I'll reply to that particular comment once I get done with this fight. So even though I do have a lot of health, I don't have any suits, which makes this a little bit concerning still. At least for me. I want to get the microwave on him. There we go. Oh, I got it. Okay, I like how Ronald is actually looking through the McDonald's Happy Meal box like it's binoculars. That actually amuses me. Alright, so I probably for the most part, like if you're gonna do like any of the regular Samus sprites, you can still use like any kind of one that you want, which is nice. There are a few. Well, I know there are a few of the custom sprites that do kind of still have the same like Samus handgun position, so you can use that for like some of the beam related setups. But for me, I kind of have it more as like a rhythm for when I do that particular trick now than actually looking for any visual cues. Because I just know that I have to press the button at about like X time frame after the first after I first start moving and after the jump, stuff like that. Yeah, some things for me just work better as like kind of like audio, well, not audio cues, but like rhythm cues, and that's kind of one of those tricks I've become better with just the rhythm with. Varia. Oh, that is a weird looking Varia for Ronald. Yeah, this would be Ronald McDonald if he was sponsored by Wrigley's. Worry not, Knuckles. I avenged you. And I shall do it again, and again, and again! One kind of unfortunate thing I've noticed with the sprites lately is that there is an option in the randomizer to be able to rename items to make sense for the character that you're playing as. I haven't really seen that be, like, utilized with any of the newer sprites, which makes me sad. Because I would kind of love to see, like, what any of the beams are for Ronald McDonald. I can imagine, like, so many different references to like, McDonald's foods. Like, Spazer would be French fries. Spark Echoes is, so when you do a Shine Spark, and then you hit, basically you hit a surface or your Shine Spark ends for whatever reason, there are basically, like, kind of shadows of your character that kind of shoot out from certain directions. Those also do, Shine Spark damage to enemies as they release. And there are some enemies that, for whatever reason, can only be killed kind of, well, not only killed, but can be killed with those beams specifically. And it's I think it's mainly like the Silver Hunters in Lower Norfair. I believe that's what that refers to. There's not many instances of that becoming really a thing. Yeah, so yeah, it's the... next time I get a chance to do a Shine Spark, I'll kind of give you like a proper showing of it. But it's like, yeah, it's the things that kind of fly away from you after you finish a Shine Spark. Because they actually do like their own damage as their own attack. Which is kind of a cool thing. And the kind of cool thing about that is, if I recall correctly, that's actually 4,900 or 4,096 damage per frame. Things I think all of the actual bosses in the game are immune to that kind of thing. Either that, or there's just nowhere you can actually get space for it. In fact, I think the only boss you can actually take out using Speed Booster at all is Dragon, and that's with the actual like Speed Booster itself, because she's not on the screen long enough to actually really be hit by the echoes. Yeah, it's not something you ever really see in like a casual playthrough, but in speedruns, they do definitely use it in certain rooms. So there are several different kinds of short charges. I basically put them into three categories. There's the basic short charge, which literally anybody can do. So actually, I'll try to find a good stretch of oh, high jump. Let me get those. Okay, so let me take care of the enemies in the next room, then I'll kind of show you the basics of actually no, the room after this once we get outside. So yeah, the 3-tap is another one, and then there's the stutter 3-tap, which I do not know how to do in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how to do the stutter part of it correctly. But yeah, I can do the basic short charge, I can do the 3-tap short charge. It's the stutter one that I can't do. Okay, so let me go to the other side all the way over here. So we'll use this as kind of our baseline. So normally when you start moving, you try to do a... so a stutter step means you basically do a little movement like... So a normal normal speed booster, without doing any fancy speedrun tricks, is just you hold the run button, and then you start moving. So we'll watch to see when I actually start getting the blue flash. So I get the blue flash. So right about here is where I first get access to be able to do the Shine Spark. The simple short charge is you just tap A after you start running. So instead of this like this, you would tap and then immediately tap run, and then you can probably activate it by about here instead, so you get like about a 3 or 4 block advantage to it. See if I can actually get it triggered. Yeah, actually right over here is where I got to activate it. So even just a single tap gives you a good like 5 or 6 tile difference. Yeah, that's probably like the better place to do it overall, because then it's a more of a flat surface, but this is just where I'm at right now, and I think I did see that tutorial. It kind of shows you just how much of an effect you can get from each of the charges as well. And then there's the 3-tap, which is... So the way that the way that Shine Spark charges is that whenever Samus's, I think, front leg, which basically whichever one is facing the player, every time that leg is extended forward on that frame, if the run button is held on that frame, it adds 1 tick toward the speed boost. Any other time you press the button down, Samus is gaining speed, but she's not getting that progression into the Shine Spark. So if you can only hit the A button, or the run button, I use A for my run button. If you only hit the run button on the frame where she charges the short charge, or charges the Shine Spark, there are way too many terms I'm dealing with. But yeah, if you can do it only on the frame where it would actually advance the Shine Spark, then you could basically activate it from theoretically up to like maybe here with like the stutter. So the way the stutter is supposed to work, and I've never actually had this work myself, is that instead of just doing a straight run like this, you actually do a little bit of run first. It's like run, tap, and then kind of move forward. You do like a little bit of movement, stop for like a frame or two, and then resume movement. I have never figured out how to make that work rhythm-wise, but I can do the 3-tap pretty well, so... Okay, that one I kind of miss. I'm not 100% with this. Yeah, so right here, the 3-tap lets me get a charge up to here, which is a pretty far cry from having to go up to here normally. So yeah, you can get quite a bit of improvement once you get learn how to do all the short charges. Oh, I screwed that up. Yeah, that is a world of difference, right? That's basically a screen of difference. But yeah, more often than not, you don't really need anything more than just the basic one. In Phantoon's room, it's way too small for that, I think. I don't think even a task can do that. Yeah, 'cause I know I've seen tasks where they do just like the silliest and like most obscenely precise of tricks just because they can. And, well, the thing is, so I think the other issue with that is I don't think Phantoon is even vulnerable to Shine Sparks. Because there's really no way you could actually get a Shine Spark active in there. Yeah, Ridley is definitely too short. And I think as far as width goes, I think the Phantoon fight is about the same size. But yeah, I don't think it would work for either side there. Yeah, the only boss you can actually do a Shine Spark with for damage is Dragon. Yeah, because Kraid, you have like literally like a, what is it, a 4-tile wide platform. Then everything else is spikes or a floating platform. But yeah, like I said, I think even if you could do it in Phantoon, I don't think it actually does any damage to him. Especially when he's only vulnerable for like a handful of frames at a time. And I think if you try to do that on Crocomire, you actually like get past him somehow, which actually soft locks you, because then you can't damage him. And then most of the other minor bosses, I think, are also just like the arenas are too small for it. I do not need that. I don't know how the generator works for that. Unfortunately, that is not a question I can answer. So I think it's mostly just dependent on what your maximum difficulty setting is when generating a seed. Which, as I've mentioned, I've had not good luck in getting like anything to generate when I do that. Yeah, that's what the intention is. It's just something about the way everything is coded just seems to make it not work. I do not have any details beyond that, unfortunately. Okay, so we've already got everything in here. I could technically do damage boost to get to the X-ray check, but not only do I not have that as a logic option for me, I also just don't like to do it. It's just like super awkward. Yeah, in my opinion, the personal level attacks are kind of the way to go. Just because it's more tailor-made to you, so you're more likely to be able to get enjoyment out of it. Yeah, the kind of downside of that is it does take a while to figure out like what tricks are there, which ones are actually doable, which ones you want to do, and get all the like the setting stuff like that. But the plus side is that once you get it set up in the randomizer website, it's there permanently. So you never have to like remake it unless you like want to change it and you don't remember the password you set up for it, if you set up the password. And that's why I have Aaron 2, because I completely forgot the password I made for the first one. I don't even know why I made a password, so I couldn't edit it. So I had to make a new one instead. We don't need health. Also, coming up with one of my favorite little tricks with this game. If you have Charge and Plasma, and you come to Crocomire, charge the Plasma, feed it to him, you win. Because Plasma does its damage on every frame. And because it does so much damage in basically a decent duration of frames, it does enough damage to just knock Crocomire all the way to the edge like this. And that includes even just having just Plasma and Charge on its own. Like, you don't have Ice, you don't have Wave, or anything like that. Even Charge and Plasma on its own works that way. The only thing with the regular Plasma, though, is that you do want to make sure you actually hit inside Crocomire's mouth, because the hitbox is kind of awkward otherwise. Welcome back, sir. How was work going for you? Rhino's going kind of awkwardly, but still overall pretty good. Wow, got nothing but health there. Yeah, it's called that not because of the randomizer, but because of the actual speed run. Because in order to get through that room quickly in the speed run, you need to do basically everything like precisely perfect. Because otherwise, like the damage boosts are gonna not be done correctly. The enemies are gonna be in worse spots for you, and it's just, yeah. Apparently, it's like a really high reset point for the high level runners. And yeah, it's been known as that since like the day's beginning of speedrunning for Metroid. Yeah, payday. Yeah, I think my payday for my job was last week, so I don't get any influx of money this week. Sad days. Come on. And then since we don't have any kind of actual flight, we'll check this. We don't need power bombs. Can you clarify what you mean with SB? Ooh, space jump. Perfect. Yeah, because the only thing I can immediately think of when I see SB is spring ball, and I don't see how that would really give you anything. Oh, speed booster, right. Yeah, I think that one requires... Well, not only does it require, I think, the stutter 3-tap short charge, you also need to do it while going through a door transition, which just makes an extremely difficult trick even more difficult. Yeah, it's just like stupidly precise. I've tried it a few times, I just could not ever get it to work. How did I not spin during that jump? I am confused. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just missiles there. Yay, ammo I don't need. Yeah, depending on the items that you have, Gauntlet is actually kind of easy, just as long as you're willing to have patience in dealing with the lava on the way through. And also, if you do it with the most, I think the most efficient setup possible for power bombs, you need 7 to be able to get through the entire thing from entrance to exit. So you need at least 2 power bomb packs to be able to go through everything. I don't need those. Well, at least I got the zoomies. Yeah, that's if you want to do like the high intensity version of it. Yeah, I'm kind of saying more for the sake of like you don't necessarily need like a lot of health to be able to get through there as long as you're willing to be careful and like take your time. Like I've done regular bombs 0 E-tank Gauntlet before. It's annoying, it's kind of stressful, but it's doable. Also, hell yeah, gravity suit. Yeah, just the thing to be aware of though is that if you don't have any suits of any kind, the acid in there will do a full E-tank of damage to you per second. So basically one wrong move without any kind of like proper items for it will just wreck your day. So that's like the one thing I would caution with that. But otherwise, if you have something like screw attack, that makes things infinitely easier. If you have a space jump, that can make things easier as well. Yeah, may as well head to Ridley at this point. Actually, we might be in go mode. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 'cause if you have like any kind of suit, it becomes a much more of a trivial thing. Because I think the acid is one of the few instances where even gravity suit on its own will still reduce the damage. Even though with at least the suit settings I use, so the settings I use for the suits is where Varia will give you full environmental damage reduction as if you had gravity suit, but gravity suit on its own will only give you the enemy damage reduction. It won't give you the environmental stuff at all. Do I still want to... Well, come on in. How you doing tonight? Okay, technically I'm in go mode, but I still want to get a few more things. I guess I'm in kind of more of like a collect-a-thon mood right now than necessarily a speedrun mode. So does the PS5 version of Twitch have chat back again? Or are you chatting in a different way now? I mean, that sounds like usual PS5 Twitch. Oh wait, I have charged plasma, I can just do this. I'm actually not used to having charged plasma at this point. Well, the Mama Turtle, you actually don't even... high jump doesn't matter if you have speed. Just get enough Shine Spark built up, get in the right spot, you can just zoom right up to the top that way. Well, that sounds like a busy day. I definitely recommend a rest. Just sit back, relax, and chill. I keep forgetting exactly where Brainerd is, but I know it's a good ways away. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I did a Links to Past randomizer. It wasn't too special seed, it was Shop Sanity and Map Shuffle, and that was basically the only like special settings we really had for it. And it was a 6 crystal GT, 6 crystal Ganon, but it was a fast Ganon, so I never needed to touch Ganon's tower. Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual ratio of jump height is when you have high jump. Never actually really thought about that deeply. But for me, kind of the biggest thing about having high jump boots actually is just having the consistent jump height when having speed boots. That's my main thing. Alright, so my plan for the Mondays thing. So, for the longest while, I basically had just the Monday Mystery Rando for Link to the Past specifically. Now, I've been kind of thinking about changing it to where, like, even the game itself is, like, randomly chosen. Now, I was kind of thinking about having, like, ooh, Ice Beam, hell yeah. Now, I was kind of thinking about having, like, a little kind of, like, random, like, wheel spinny thing that determines what I actually play that day instead. And I was trying to look into maybe trying to get that set up tonight, but I couldn't really find anything that actually, A, looked good, and B, actually worked on the stream like it was supposed to. I'm trying to look into possible things I can do for that. I don't know what the best way for that is going to be yet. It's something I need to look into a little bit more, but yeah, so eventually I'm going to be kind of being able to get back to doing other randos other than just basically these two games. That's kind of what it's been since I stopped my regular randos on Thursdays. So the choices would basically be like all the randos I've done up until this point. So, you know, like it'd be Link to the Past, Super Metroid, SMZ3, Symphony of the Night, Bloodstained, Time Spinner, Mega Man X. I know I might maybe add like an Earthbound Ancient Cave into there, but I don't know, just the Ancient Cave randomizers I'm not really all that big into. Yeah, that one's a very distinct maybe. And I also think about like once I get everything set up for that, maybe having some of the well, so the thing with me when it comes to like RPG randomizers like that is I don't know how to make them necessarily entertaining from like a streaming perspective. I think it's one of those things where if I had like more people kind of like regularly chatting and stuff like that, I might be able to make it more better, because a lot of it's just gonna be like kind of like, you know, random fights which aren't really too intriguing, stuff like that. Yeah, it's something I need to kind of do more research on how to make better. I feel like I could have explained it a lot better than I did, but that's the best I can do it at this point in time. Yeah, because like I said, if I had like people, like a bunch of people kind of regularly chatting with me, I would be more than happy to do like a bunch of like RPG randomizers, or maybe even like speedruns or just playthroughs. But just as it is, I just don't feel like I'm exciting enough, or the stream itself is entertaining enough on its own. Which might just be like a personal, well, like most people either tend to think more highly of themselves than they actually are, or think less of themselves than they actually are. It's possible I'm thinking less of myself than I actually am, but yeah, that's just kind of like my perception of it at this point. Yeah, 'cause I know like one game I would like to do on stream would like, as far as a casual playthrough, would be like Legend of Dragoon, because I don't think I've ever actually beaten that game. But at the same time, I know a lot of it, especially like with the I think it was like middle-age PlayStation game, so it wasn't necessarily the fastest thing out there. Yeah, I feel like I'm just saying things more and more awkwardly as I talk, but yeah. Although, real talk, I would love to see a remaster of Legend of Dragoon. If they made a remaster of that, I would get that in like literally a quarter of a heartbeat. Yeah, and that's kind of like the awkward thing for me as a streamer as well, is trying to figure out like what gameplays I do, what things I do that I'll actually bring people in to keep like watching and entertain, stuff like that. And just like everybody that has come in so far basically comes in on something different. So there's not really any one thing I could do that would like get people kind of more excited for my stream, stuff like that. And even like comparing it to like my YouTube viewers as well. Like for the longest time, most of my videos would get like maybe 1 or 2 views, which don't even really count because they would have like a second of watch time, something like that. But then my Bloodstained videos would usually get like 5 or so views on average every stream, and they would actually have people actually having watch time on them. But then when I do those on Twitch, that's like literally nobody comes in to watch those. So it's one of those things that there's really not a good way to balance it, especially when you're kind of like a very small streamer like I am. Yeah, I do wish I had something more consistent, or at least like scheduled for my Thursday streams, but I just don't really have anything like in mind right now. Kind of one of my thoughts would be that like the next like casual playthrough I start of something, I might make that like a two-day-a-week stream where I do like the playthrough on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because for one, that actually might maybe help me better remember where I am each time I start playing the game up. And 2, at least, you know, again, keep things consistent, stuff like that. Yeah, I know for me, like, the biggest thing about the Mega Man X randomizers is honestly, like, the drunk weapons mode, just to see how they function or sometimes don't function, and just kind of watch all the shenanigans that can happen. Although, one of the kind of sad things about the Mega Man X one, though, is that I might have to turn off, like, the boss BAPRI layout, because I think, like, the last 3 or 4 times I've tried one of those, I've been soft-locked because I didn't realize that the stage was set up in a way where I couldn't walk to the center, therefore couldn't continue on with the game. And unfortunately, the Mega Man X randomizer hasn't been updated in, like, 2.5 years, so I doubt anybody's working on it anymore to be able to fix that. I think I did it too early. Come on, pop out. I hear damage. Is that enough? No, it wasn't. Okay, he's gonna enter back into the hole, but he should be dead after this. Oh! Okay, cool. Yeah, the only unfortunate thing for me is that the only original Mega Man game I ever really got into much was, like, 2. And to a certain degree, I kind of liked Mega Man 6, just because of the proper suit upgrades you can get that weren't just, well, I guess they are still technically Rush, but it's just not like Rush, or you're using Rush separately for something. It's actually become like a part of you to improve your suit. I kind of like that about 6. But at the same time, it's just, the original games just don't really interest me much like nowadays. It's kind of the unfortunate thing. I don't know why I'm checking for things like that. I don't need those. Yeah, I will say it's not out of the question that I might do more Mega Man X games as like a casual thing at some point. I just don't know necessarily when that would be. I know another thing I've been kind of toying around with the possibility of is maybe doing some Super Mario World ROM hacks, stuff like that. Yeah, kind of like I used to. One of my original mainstays when I started this was doing some Mario Maker stuff, like after a regular stream. Yep, we are McDonald's man. But yeah, if you remember, I used to, actually, that might have been before you started watching. I used to do like a little bit of Mario Maker at the end of a stream if I didn't have enough time to do like another randomizer of some kind. I've been kind of thinking about doing, because from what I've seen and heard is that the actual Super Mario World ROM hacks tend to be like better gameplay-wise than Mario Maker actually is. So I've been kind of toying around with maybe eventually doing one of those. But it just, I just don't know when I would, well, when or what even, because there's like a bajillion ROM hacks out there at this point. And I also don't know if necessarily people would be very interested in doing stuff like that. Well, I mean, some bosses really aren't like a challenge at all if you have like certain things. Like, I mean, for example, like Crocomire, if you have Charge and Plasma, you don't need anything else. You just fire one shot, and then boom, you win the game. And then kind of same thing with Dragon there. If you have Charge, Plasma, and X-Ray, just fire one shot and just mash mash the... I guess it would technically be the run button still sometimes, but yeah, just do that, and then you win. Now, for people who do like the speed runs of low percent categories, those guys definitely deserve the salutes. So, what would count as low ammo for Crocomire? Because I think the technique that I usually use, I can get him defeated in, I think, 7 missiles and 7 supers. And from what I've tried to do in the past, if you try to like farm while fighting him, it just never works, so he just moves forward too quickly. Yeah, that is... Okay, I'm assuming they're doing some level of, like, ammo farming during that fight, which I have never been able to figure out how to make that actually work. Because he always moves, like, farther ahead than I can actually, like, replenish an ammunition. I did not mean to jump there. Wait, where am I going? I don't need to go down here. This is old Mother Brain. I need new Mother Brain. With added features like GPS and surround sound. Yeah, and like I said, the problem being is that, at least from my experience, unless I'm just doing it incorrectly, I'm assuming there's probably some manipulation you can do to make him actually give you ammo instead of just like charging back forward. But yeah, every time I've tried to, or every time I've had to refill ammo, I just never get enough of it to be able to push him back more than he's kind of coming back with. So yeah, I just don't know how that really works practically. Ooh, that's some good replenishment. Ah, almost made that smooth. Ah, damn it. Oh well. We'll do the power bomb strat, why not? Yeah, if you ever get caught by the Metroids and you don't have any regular bombs, you can just use power bombs. They work just as well. Yeah, there is an option for that. It is annoying. I've done it before, but it is annoying as hell. But it is doable. So I need to turn off the suits. Yeah. That should be good. So then I get down to 42 energy. Nope. But yeah, for the reason that Lava Dive can actually work without, like, Space Jump or any, like, flight ability, really, is the fact that you're dealing with just lava instead of acid. So you actually do get at least some level of, like, jumping and stuff like that. It's actually kind of weird to think that there are actually 3 different types of fluid in Super Metroid. You never really realize it until you actually, like, think specifically about it. And turn that off because they do have Ice and Wave. Well, there are some strats you can use to avoid, especially like the big, like the flying key hunters or whatever, where if you, I think you have to have plasma in order for this to work, but if you fire a plasma shot at them just before running into them, the iframes that they get are also basically counted as your own iframes, so you can actually walk through them without ever taking any damage. I don't know why I had missiles equipped. Yeah, you can do that for a few of the enemies in there, but... Come on. That was kind of horrendous. Oh, I'm out of, okay. There we go. Yeah, I think that's just basically pure speedrun strats at that point, not even anything like specific to the randomizer or routing. Also, I'm gonna say it again. This sprite has no business being as well crafted as it is. Come on. There. One shot. Nice. So gravity jump is mainly a trick that you use when underwater. It kind of messes with the way that the game tracks your momentum when moving underwater and basically jumping around. So what you want to do is, when you're underwater, you want to do a gravity jump. You need to have first you need to have a gravity suit equipped, as if you're just jumping like normal. Then you want to start opening the menu, and then just before the screen fully fades to black, that's when you want to start doing a jump or a spin jump of some kind. At which point you then take off gravity suit, and then when you close the menu back down, I forget that's how that works. And then when you close the menu again, you want to hold down the jump button. At that point, the game actually keeps your original high-speed momentum from having gravity jump, but then it also gives you the ability to basically lower your speed loss, is I think the right way to phrase it. So you basically go up, so you go up at the normal speed you would have with gravity, but you also lose speed slower, which gives you a lot more vertical movements than you would have otherwise. Yeah, it's a way to be able to get into like the deeper parts of Meridia without having like bombs or space jump or anything like that. Yeah, there's also another way of moving in underwater with like kind of glitches slash tricks is spring ball jumps, where I can't even really describe how they work, so I've never been able to make them work myself. But you can basically use kind of some kind of weird quirk with how spring ball works in underwater, to where you can actually do kind of like infinite spring ball jumps while underwater. But you need to do like a weird menu timing in between each jump and when you do the morph ball, and it's more complicated than it needs to be. I think kind of, yeah. But yeah, you basically you gain the initial jump momentum from gravity, and then you lose height slower because of not having gravity on after the fact. Yeah, it's all about basically timing the jump for just before the screen goes black, like I said. That's when you get the full effect of it. That's one of those things where high jump also helps you get a lot more height out of it as well, but it's usually not required to have high jump boost for the things that you would actually be able to use it for. I did it. Alright, so we knew where Speza was. I think that might have just been like a random like special creation that somebody made. If it's a reference to something, I don't know what it is. But yeah, they have a good number of ships available as options. How many do they have? Nope, not that. Customizer. So grand total, there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are a total of 30 custom ship options. And some of those are already like previous Metroid ship or Samus ships from various games. Some of them there's like custom versions of it. Some of them are just silly. Like there's one that's actually like a stage from Castlevania. There's a couple that are actually just like Nintendo consoles, like Super Nintendo and 64 and GameCube, stuff like that. Then I think some of these were also just ships that were made for like various Super Metroid ROM hacks that they got put in this as well. That's a very even distribution of ammo. Wow. So next I will actually be ending stream, because this is about the time I usually end my streams, because I pretty much always have like work the next day, so I want to be able to end stream and kind of relax for a bit before heading to bed. Yeah, usually 9 p.m. Central is when my end time is. Yeah, we'll just kind of look through the stats, see, because I do want to see where bombs were. As well as, I would also like to know grapple beam. So I have the ammo distribution set to random. So sometimes it'll have like a pretty even ammo distribution. Sometimes it'll be like 5 missiles to 4 super missiles to 1 power bomb. And sometimes it'll have like 14 missiles to 3 power bombs to 2 super missiles. It can be all over the place. So bombs and grapple. Those are the two I'm trying to figure out where they were. Grapple beam was at Mama Turtle. Okay, so we skipped that entirely. We could have gotten that like super early too. And then bombs were at Rex. Oh, I did skip that check. I forgot about that one. Okay. I could have had bombs at Wreck Ship if I was, like, paying more attention. But yeah, so I'll kind of go through, like, the settings I use for my quote-unquote regular Super Metroid randos. So, yeah, endgame behavior with Turian, I have that as vanilla. Objectives to access Turian. At some point, I might look into getting, like, other goals for this rando, but right now, Dear Foss. Right now, I just kind of like the generic, like, beat all the bosses, stuff like that. So my major split, I always have that set to full. I'm not particularly interested in doing, like, Chozo or whatever the other option is. Chozo or major, just because, I mean, knowing where items are, yeah, it basically lowers the amount of random places that an item could possibly be, which kind of makes it to me just less fun. I like having to explore everywhere, trying to find, like, the little things I need and, like, every little crevice. But having, like, Chozo or major split just doesn't really do it for me. Progression speed, I have that set to basically randomize out of all the possible options. Progression difficulty, I thought I had that. What does progression difficulty do? This parameter influences the choice of the next location. It uses the perceived difficulties from the preset to compute the difficulty to reach the locations. Then if easier or harder is selected, the easiest or hardest location will have a higher chance of being chosen. Okay, so that's where the trick difficulty would actually come into play. Would be if you use the progression difficulty setting. For me, I just have that set to normal, so it just does everything, like, proper randomly. Which I guess is why the difficulty thing never really mattered for the seeds I made. After that, so morph placement, I have that set to randomize between either early or normal. Normal isn't... I don't like to do normal as a regular thing, just because it tends to always be put into bubble or pink Brinstar, which is kind of annoying after a while. But I do like have it up there as a nice change of pace, because they can still generate it in, like, early or retro Mother Brain. What else do I have? So I have suit restriction set to be randomly on or off, which suit restriction prevents gravity or various suits from being placed early in the game. Usually, yeah. So yeah, because I mean, as nice as it is to be able to get, like, super powerful armor early on, it does also kind of make the game trivial a lot of points, so I like to have the game kind of determine whether or not it even allows that to be a thing. Then I have, yeah, proportion of missiles, submissiles, and power bombs are randomized. I have 100% of miners available, because I don't necessarily want to, like, lose anything. Full energy tanks available. Close that. And other than that, I have pretty much just kind of, like, the standard, like, very randomized or tweaks they have, so... I have the remove fanfare when picking up an item, accelerate doors, accelerate elevators. The various tweaks that make some rooms basically like non-soft lockable as a result. Oh no, that's the anti-soft lock layout patches. What are the various tweaks? Oh, various tweaks are basically like if triggers the bomb trees will fight even if you don't have bombs. It lets you get the check and wreck ship that's like across the spike room and the water, stuff like that, without having the ship to be on. And you get access to the gold Torizo fight without having to have a space jump. So those are the things I usually have on. Every now and again, I haven't really done these for a while, but I might have like door rando on, I might put area rando on, or do what I call a DAB randomizer, which would be DAB for door, area, and boss rando. But yeah, those usually one of those seeds is like a full stream for me, which I don't usually necessarily have time scheduled for. But who knows, maybe when I get like the proper like mystery rando game thing set up, I can actually start including that again as an option. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got and do for Super Metroid randomizers. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me for the night. Let's see who is doing things. Tenchio is streaming early. That's a very high possibility. Who else is doing things? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and raid Tenchio again. I don't know what game he's playing. It's what is it? Kaze and the Wild Masks. I have no idea what game that is, but I'm kind of curious. And this is also somebody I never get a chance to watch his streams because he usually streams about the time I start going to bed. But yeah, I always have fun in his streams. He's just a really he/they. I'm not sure which is more accurate, but I'll probably just stick with they then. But yeah, their streams are always just like super chill and just kind of fun. So let's give them a little bit more love once I get through the intro ad. Oh, he's literally just starting too, so he hasn't even actually gone to the game yet. So yeah, let's go show them a little bit of love. And he actually does have the underscore in his name. Tenchio Luma. And they're also a very skilled musician as well. They make a lot of like really cool music tracks that they upload to like their YouTube stuff like that. So that's also definitely worth checking out to like some jams. So yeah, with that, that'll be it for me for today. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing some more Final Fantasy VII Remake. Thursday, I still haven't figured out yet. I'm trying to think of something to say for Thursday, but I just don't know. I'll do something on Thursday. I don't know what yet. I'll find out when. And then Friday for Steam Library Tour. And as I mentioned in the Discord, I'm going to be trying to work on getting like a kind of a game randomizer like program thing I can do for Mondays instead, so I can get the other games in my random repertoire. Excuse me, random repertoire some actual love again. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for the night. And yeah, I will bid you all a good night and your cat meme.